What's poppin', fam? Welcome to Don't Touch My Mindset, a podcast that is designed to uplift, inspire, and motivate you, and most importantly, share tools to help you protect that mindset. What is up? Hello, family. Yo, I am your host, Jay Chase, and I am feeling excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be back. Happy Mindset Day. Happy Wednesday. I hope you are out killing it. Yo, I am so excited for the things to come, guys. Like, literally, it's things are just moving at such a rapid pace. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for rocking with us. And if this is your first time here, welcome to the Don't Touch My Mindset family. Please, please, please press the subscribe button, press the like, the follow, wherever you're listening to this at. Rate and review. Rate and review, please. It all helps the show grow. And if anything resonates from this episode, share it with a friend. Please, please. Yo, today we are going to dive into emotions and habits, thoughts, destructive emotions and habits and thoughts. Well, we're going to dive deeper into that. As you guys know, I'm letting you guys hear it here. We did a workshop on how to manage destructive emotions and habits to live a full and effective life back in June. Okay, so this fall, we are coming back to you with Break the Cycle workshop, managing destructive emotions and habits, to accelerate growth and live a full and effective life. October 2nd, early bird tickets are on sale now, so please go to thejchase.com/event and you can find out all the info there. Yes, we are live. We are in person. It is going to be a very, very special day. I love you guys. So I'm bringing my heart, my soul into this workshop that we have on October 2nd. I'm super excited, super excited. But today's podcast is dealing with destructive emotions and habits. What does that look like? How can we do that? Is that something that's easily obtainable every single day? What are destructive emotions and habits? Like, yo, this is gonna get interesting. It's gonna get interesting. So buckle up and let's dive. So first and foremost, I want to say that there are no destructive or constructive thoughts. There's no thought that breeds destruction or construction. I believe it is the emotion that we tie to that thought. You remember back in school when you were sitting in class, maybe a class you didn't like too much. What did you remember learning in that subject? Me, nothing, because of the emotional state that I was in during the class. I was bored, so I didn't store any information. Those thoughts just came in and went out, whatever it may be. There may be some things that have completely resonated with me, but there was no emotion tied to the thought, so I never brought it into light. Our world is an example of the unmanifested manifested. Why do you say that, Jay? Because everything created has been created twice. Once in the mind and once in real life. It is the thought that is birth. It is the thought that is birth, and then it is the passion that we put along with the thought. That burning desire, it's the passion that we put with that thought. Now, this can either make you a superhero or a supervillain. But this is where the thoughts become good or bad. This is where the manifestations become real, and we're like, whoa, how did this come to play, right? It's the emotions. So if we have a negative emotion, because there's only really three emotions, a pleasant emotion, a neutral emotion, and an unpleasant emotion. If we pair an unpleasant emotion with a thought that's coming to life, because we're putting emotion with the thought, and that's what creates life. Emotion plus thought creates life. But the constructiveness or destructiveness of that life is birthing the emotion. So if it's an unpleasant emotion that we're pairing with the thought, then we're creating that suffering in our life. it's horrible. We do it to ourselves. I do it to myself. I'm speaking from experience. It's not like I'm sitting there reading off a computer screen and telling you that I think this might happen if, well, no, this is experience of mine. You know, that's the reason I call it breaking the cycle, managing destructive emotions and habits, because it's not like we're going to completely eliminate them. They're emotions. They can't go nowhere. We got to live and coexist with them. But, do me a favor. If you can, pull out a piece of paper and a pen, draw a line down the middle, and on one side write emotions, and on the other side write habits, okay? And then really think about your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats, and what emotions arise when placed in those situations. Really write those down. Just write those down and look at those, examine those. Every emotion that you struggle with, that bring you down. My top five: ignorance, attachment, aversion, pride, and jealousy. Those are my top 5 destructive emotions. So I how do I combat those? So the habits that are paired with those emotions are the things that I do caused by that, right? With ignorance, that turns into denial, breaking the cycle. When I was deep into addiction, I was in denial. I didn't realize that my life was on the fast track for destruction. But if I was aware of my destructive emotions, I could have stopped those habits, right? We could manage that, but I didn't. That's not how it went. So it's super important that we stay aware. We have that insight, and that's why I talk about making the shift from unintentional growth to intentional growth. I call it accidental growth. Go from accidental growth to intentional growth, where you design your life, right? Attachment for me, this passion, that greed, that I love you so much, I don't want you to go nowhere. I can't let this not be worked on today. I love this too much. That passion, where I block out everything else around me. That I become blind. Right? That's destructive. And it's like the thought's not destructive. Like the care, the heart behind it. But when you love something, right? And then that can lead to that aversion, that anger that builds up, those outbursts. You don't talk about it, men. You know what I'm talking about when we don't talk about it. So these are destructive emotions that I deal with on a daily. I don't know if it's like that for you, but I wouldn't say daily. I'd say they arise. I can't time them, but we're all put in certain situations where different emotions arise. So if we know how to manage destructive emotions and habits, the acceleration of our growth would be absolutely tremendous. And my last two, pride and jealousy. Those, I have to learn to let myself release control. And when I say pride, I think of trying to have control, trying to do it my way, being stubborn, not really being open-minded to the task at hand. Like, I have a vision and this is the way the vision should look, but don't trust the destination, trust the journey. Why are you in a rush to get there? So, that's a whole nother episode, but I gotta put that pride down. It's a destructive emotion. Tying that with some thought, that could be my downfall, especially as a public speaker. Come on now. But it's deeper than that. And then jealousy is another destructive emotion. I gotta examine that. When I witness greatness, when I witness somebody, living in purpose, and there's either two things that arise, either jealousy or inspired action, right? If it's jealousy, I gotta check myself. I'm like, well, what's going on? Where am I falling short? I gotta check myself, because I'm not living a jealous life. I'm living an inspired life. I want people around me that are gonna breathe life into me. That's real. So how do we deal with that? We become aware. We become aware and we take action. So on another piece of paper, or on the back of that piece of paper, right, draw a line down the middle. On one side, write emotions. On the other side, write habits. Now think about emotions and habits that are constructive, that you can replace. That when you drop into, you feel yourself being ignorant to the task at hand or a situation at hand, you gotta say, is this intentional? Is it, be intentional and deliberate, please. When you feel that attachment to something rise up, practice non-attachment. Don't have a fear of of losing something or a hope of something lasting forever, but dive into the experience right now. What's going on right now? Don't have the attachment to it. Enjoy it while it's here. You know, the aversion, the anger, that temper. You gotta learn to apply patience. Everybody say apply pressure. I say apply patience. Like that's the real thing of what's going to deal with that. Sit, wait, turn to your creator, and then listen for the next step. Yeah, you heard me. Listen for the next step. When it comes to pride, practice humbleness. That's why I tell myself, practice humbleness. Like these are all ways to combat that. Like I'm trying to give you something tangible that you can take home and do. I want you, if it requires you to, do this for 90 days straight every morning before you start your day. Understand where your destructive emotions are coming from, where your constructive emotions can come from. You know, really take the time to show yourself love, compassion, and insight. The law of reflection says that if we are not thoroughly sincere when dealing with ourselves, that we can never create anything great. And there's greatness in you. There's greatness in you. I just want to help you get there. Because what happens when we hit an obstacle or a roadblock in something that we want, something that we love, something that we need? What happens then? We stop? Or do we press the self-destruct button? I've always had that little self-destruct button in my pocket, especially when I was in addiction, thinking that the world owed me something and I didn't get my way. I'll blow us all up. I promise you, I'll blow us all up. Don't make me press the button. I want you to avoid that. I don't want you to have to go down the same road that I did. I love you. I really hope that this has helped you. I hope that this has provided some insight for you. I hope this gave you something tangible to take home with you, to practice, to help you manage destructive emotions and habits. And really, take a moment to examine yourself, look in the mirror, practice the law of reflection, and see where you can improve and accelerate your growth. October 2nd, remember the date, October 2nd, we're coming to you live and in person with a workshop on this exact topic. So I love you guys. I'll see you there. Head over to the website, vjchase.com/event. Register now. Early bird tickets. Let's go. Follow us on Instagram at vjchase or at Don't Touch My Mindset. Show some support, rate, review, subscribe, like the show. And if anything resonated from this episode, share it with a friend, please. It all helps the show grow. We are back this weekend. Yeah, we're back this weekend with another pivotal moment. So tune in, press a little bell notification, because we got an amazing guest. So I love you guys. Until next time, stay focused, stay inspired, stay connected, and please, don't let anyone touch your mindset.